Namaste, yogis, and welcome to the first class of 2021. So, thanks for joining us on the mat today. And my name is Matt. I'm going to be your Yin Yoga instructor for today's class. After turning the page on 2020, it was very much needed that we reset and recharge, my wife and I. And one thing that we learned this year was really to slow down. And slowing down is exactly what we're going to be focusing on today. I had one student asking that we take a little bit more time in between positions to really feel what every asana did to our body and the sensations that are circulating. So today we're going to do just that. So I want you to forget about time and embrace this new year by taking today's class with a sense of peace, calmness, and stillness. So let's forget about time and let's dive into this very slowly, doing every asana as I'm going to be instructing them to you. So for the first asana, it's called reverse prayer. So what you want to do is you want to bring your palms together, but behind your back. And it's really great to open up your shoulders and chest. Now, if you're not able to go like this behind your back, you can grab onto both wrists. So it's really important that you always work within your own limitations. So I'm going to turn around to show you what I do. So for me, my muscle prevents me from doing the reverse prayer. So I'm just going to grab my wrist, sit comfortably straight, and allow my chest and shoulders to open up. I think Jodi's a little bit more flexible, so she can pretty much touch her palms together. So either or, it's really okay to work within your limitations. And as you can see, it's not because I'm an instructor that I am ultra flexible and everything. I just work within my own limitations. So if you want, you can close your eyes and just start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, calming your mind. Embracing this new year with positive vibes and a positive outlook on life. And we can release our arms. And I'm just going to turn around to face you guys. So we're going to take about 20 seconds in between every positions today to really relax and allow ourselves to settle calmly into the next asana. So just keep focusing on your breathing. And when you're ready, we're going to go into a gentle neck stretch from the neck all the way down to the traps. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take our left hand and we're going to open them up to the back, bringing our fingertips up, and then with our head sitting up straight, we're going to turn it to the right, then we're going to lower it down, then we're going to start slowly turning our head so that our right ear comes closer to our right shoulder. We're going to move our jaw to the right, and then from here we're just going to feel that stretch on our neck, flexing our fingertips up and back on our left hand. So it's important not to strain anything. Just find that nice stretch that feels good and hold it still. And we're going to very slowly release, bring back our head to neutral. Taking a few breaths here. And when ready, we're going to take our right hand, we're going to bring it back and then curl our fingertips up and our wrists towards the ceiling. From here, we're going to turn our head to the left side, bring our chin down, and then move our left ear towards our left shoulder, moving our jaw to the left, and then holding still. And we're going to very slowly release, come back to the middle, taking a few deep breaths once again. And if you guys enjoy Yin Yoga, I would suggest that you get a bolster, 2 blocks, and a strap. It's going to come really handy for all the future classes. And once you're going to be equipped with that, you're going to be set up for the rest of your life. So I have links in my description. If you guys want to check it out, you can get it on Amazon for pretty cheap. So for our next asana, we're just going to bring our right foot on top of our left knee. And this is called the square pose. So you want the right ankle on top of the left knee, and then the left ankle underneath the right knee. And from here, we're just going to walk our fingertips forward. And you should feel the stretch and a release in your low back and on the other side of your hips. So this is the hardest way to do it. If you find you're kind of limited in your flexibility, you can grab 2 blocks and put one underneath the right knee, the other one underneath the left one, and just put your arms back and stand up straight like this. So this is easier, but it's a nice way to be able to do it, especially if you had low back injuries or you feel you're limited. So I'm gonna choose to go with the harder one for today, but find what works for you. And don't ever put pressure on yourself for thinking you're not flexible enough or you're not able to do any of the asanas. You just have to modify them and find your edge. And slowly walking our fingertips back, we're going to come all the way up. And once again, just take a moment to notice how you feel now compared to before. And when you're ready, we're just going to shift our legs. So this time around, we're going to put our left ankle on top of the right knee, and then our left knee above our right ankle. So we're basically doing the same thing, but switching the position of our legs. And once you're ready, you can start walking your fingertips. And for me, as you can see, I'm really tighter on this side. So I'm going to be working on opening up that hip. Keeping in mind to relax your shoulders and your neck. Feeling basically no tension in that area. And as you find the tension dissipating throughout the hair area, you can walk your fingertips a little further, finding your new edge. And we're slowly gonna come back up, taking a moment. And from here, I'm gonna invite you to extend your left leg in front of you, bringing that right leg in. And we're just gonna lower ourselves to have that nice hamstring stretch. You can keep the blocks nearby. You can put one on top of your thigh and just lower your forehead onto it for support. It might help you to just settle into various positions. Remembering once more to bring your shoulders down and shoulder blades, keeping your neck relaxed. Putting the emphasis on just walking your fingertips and feeling the stretch underneath your left leg. And we're slowly going to come out of it. Taking a moment again here to just appreciate what we just did. And we can start to slowly transition onto the other side. Extending our right leg out this time in front of us. Bringing that left leg in. And once you're ready, you can start walking your fingertips towards your right foot, using a block on top of your right thigh to support your forehead. And I'm gonna invite you to slowly make your way back up, remembering that today's class is all about slowing down and taking more time to do everything. And when you're ready, we're gonna make our way onto our knees for frog pose. So Jodi and I have those mats that are a little thicker, so they're really comfortable for the knees. If you don't have these type of mats, you can use folded blankets on both knees for a little bit more padding. So what you want to do is you want to bring your knees as wide as possible with your toes pointing outwards behind yourself. And then you want to walk your forearms forward onto the ground. And this is a great hip opener. So once you find that you have enough of a stretch in the groin area, then you can just push your hips back a bit to increase the sensations of the stretch, or you can move forward if you want to decrease it. So this is how you can find your edge. So once in this position, push back a bit, moving your butt towards your heels, and once there's enough of a stretch, just hold it at there. One thing that I like to do is I place a block in between my forearms, and then I can put my forehead on it. This is very comfortable and allows me to just be in the moment. And you can start pushing yourselves back up, closing your knees very slowly. Coming to a seated position, facing the front of your mat. Just taking another beautiful moment of peace and quietness. And from here, taking both hands with the fingers pointing towards the front of our mat. We're just going to place them behind ourselves. And then we're going to bring our knees to a 90-degree angle towards the front like this. And very slowly, what we want to do is we want to take that right leg and we want to put it above that left knee, pushing that right hip out and the right knee towards the front of our mat, keeping our toes pointing towards the right side. Going to lift back up our left leg. And this is called the seated swan, sorry. So you might feel some tension in your shoulders and your wrist and your hips. We're just trying to open up all of that. Now, if this is too challenging, you can always go all the way to your back, which I won't invite Jodi to do because she's pregnant. But this would be what we would usually do. But to provide you a variation today, we're doing it seated. And I'm going to invite you to release very slowly. Taking a moment here again to just relax. And we're now going to do the other side, so bringing our hands behind our backs, keeping our knees 90 degree. You can start by extending a bit your right leg to make it easier to cross your left leg over that right knee, and then you can bend it, pushing that left knee outwards and towards the front of your mat. And I'm gonna invite you to slowly come out of this one. And we're gonna slowly make our way onto our knees. And then going onto all fours, we're going to take our right hand and we're going to turn it facing towards the back of our mat. Now you should feel a stretch in that wrist. Now if that's enough of a stretch, you can hold it here, or you can move your hips back a bit to increase the tension. We oftentimes have really tight wrist flexors, and I decided to work on that today with you guys. If the tension is too much at any point in time, feel free to back out of the asana and wait to do the other side. I'm going to slowly release it. You can take a little moment here. And when you guys are ready, we're going to take the left hand this time, do a 180-degree turn so that our fingertips points towards the back of our mat. And we're going to hold it there to open up our left wrist flexor this time. And we can slowly release the pressure off that wrist. You can sit onto your heels and just do circles with your wrist. Just little circles to get the blood flowing and for them to loosen up. And we're slowly going to make our way onto our stomach for sill pose or sphinx pose. So I'm going to offer you two options. You can do sphinx pose, but if you're pregnant, you're going to go into pushing with your arms into sill pose. So both are really good for your low back and spine. You have to do it like this. I'm going to invite you guys to lower yourself very slowly. And we're just going to make our way back onto our knees. Taking another beautiful moment here to relax. Taking deep breath through the nose. So I'm going to invite you guys to go into child's pose. For Jodi, I'm going to invite her to use the bolster. And we're just going to spread our knees a little wider, but not too much today. And then we're going to sit on our heels and we're going to start walking our hands forward. Allowing ourselves to go all the way down onto the floor. And we can slowly make our way back out. Taking a beautiful moment here to notice how your body feels. And now we're going to take our bolster and 2 blocks, and we're going to set up that ramp that we've been doing in other videos. So for those of you who haven't done that before, you want to place 1 block about here on its highest setting, another one on its lowest, and now we're just making a ramp like this to support the bolster. And once you've done and completed your ramp, I'm going to invite you to come right in front of the bolster on your knees. So your knees have to be a little wider than your hips. And you want to bring your butt right at the bottom of the ramp. So not on it, but directly in front of it. And now we're just going to lower ourselves down onto our backs, working on opening up the front of our thighs. And then you can allow your head to rest on the bolster. So just relax into this position. If you guys don't have any props, you can do it without any. However, you might not be flexible to go all the way down. So what you can do is you can just walk your hands backward as you sit on your heels and just lean back until you feel that nice stretch in the front of your thighs and hold it there. And we can slowly start to contract our abs, pushing with our arms and making our way back up onto our knees. And I'm going to invite you to cross your ankles at the back, taking the seated position in front of your bolster. Just taking a little moment here to take some deep breath. And once you're ready, we're going to bring the sole of our feet together in front of us. And we're going to lower ourselves down on the bolster for reclined butterfly position. So just allow yourself to be very comfortable. Palms up towards the ceiling, or you can hold your belly like Jodi. And then allow your head to lower down and make contact with the bolster. Basically just surrounding everything to the power of gravity. And once you're ready, I'm going to invite you to grab your knees with your hands and to close them very slowly. And then you can extend your legs in front of you. So we're just going to stay in this position for our final resting pause. Just noticing how our body feels, how much greater everything is circulating throughout our body. And I really wanted to take a moment to thank you guys for following us. We just recently hit over 2,000 subscribers, so it's really amazing that we're able to connect and that I'm able to teach Yin Yoga with you guys. We also had a few donations, so without mentioning any names, we really want to say thank you for that. We appreciate it. It helps to pay for all the technical equipment, cameras, microphones, computers, behind the scenes, so thanks guys for that. So I'm just gonna invite you to stay in this position for as long as you wish. I want to thank you and I wish you a happy new year. So until next time guys, Namaste.